Hello world, welcome to Tipsy Broad History. I am Sherilyn.
I'm Evelyn.
I'm Hannah.
And we are here to drunkenly talk about history. That's it. That's your that's what we do. We drink.
Yes.
And then we reflect. And then we talked.
We do reflect.
We do reflect on us or on the history.
Talk
I don't know.
Baddies.
We talk about some baddies in history, but before we do that, here is our disclaimer. This is a podcast created by responsible of age drinking adults. Yes. Drink responsibly, 21 years or older. Do not drink and drive. We don't do that. We live in the same neighborhood. We can walk home. It's fine. TBH and its host do not support or condone overconsumption or the abuse of alcohol. TBH is not intended for promoting alcohol abuse, binge drinking, hazing, trolling, or any other forms of abuse. We just want to bring together us and history and have some fun. Yeah. So, on with the show today, Hannah. She's going to be talking about this baddie in history, girl. Let's go.
Okay, but before we get to that, though, let me introduce our cocktail.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you guys noticed, Evelyn does not have a drink.
I don't have one. I need
Evelyn
one.
does not have a drink. Freaking Sherilyn over here and I are drinking straight, literally.
Straight
vodka.
Literally,
but almost straight
vodka.
Can
you really quick just tell our listeners / viewers
Lord.
what happened, what was our experience with this vodka, and how you gave me 99% vodka and 2%, less than 2%.
Seltzer.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much drinking mango-flavored nail polish remover.
So what happened was, I was preparing a drink for Evelyn because, well, we'll get to that later. But I was preparing a drink for Evelyn, and I was not really thinking about Sherilyn and Maya's drink. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna have a Truly. Like, we'll be fine. Like, and I also have that vodka from last week.
Yeah.
It's all good. Cool. It's great.
But then we couldn't find Truly lemonades, and we don't like the other kind of Truly, so we're just let's wing it.
Yeah, and then so I was like, you know what, no, just bring some bubbly over, and then I will put the vodka from last week. We'll just have vodka sodas again. And then we pulled it out, and we pulled the vodka out from the freezer, and it's not supposed to freeze. It's alcohol.
It was
frozen.
What?
Like rock solid frozen.
In the HE double hockey stick.
I was like, what the
Rude.
fuck? The only thing I could think of is it has the flavoring in it. So maybe that's why it didn't freeze.
Yeah.
Or that it did freeze. But we got it to slush.
Yes.
At one point.
And then Hannah got so excited.
She's beating around the freaking bush about what yes, all of those were facts. But she got so excited that it was slush that this bitch poured like literally half this glass. I wish you could see.
Right.
It's
just
she
vodka.
pulled out the biggest wine glass that she had,
gosh.
and then just went to town.
So and we just shared one soda can, so it's mostly vodka, but we'll be fine.
Y'all be having some
yourself.
great things to listen to in our podcast today.
This is gonna be a good show today, guys. So if you're listening.
But
you better put up those knickers and get ready to go.
Right, so also, as we mentioned last time, Hannah's going to be creating a drink every time inspired or by the person that we are doing it or just as a drink that she decided to do. No big deal. So if you want to drink and recreate that drink, go head over to our Instagram at Tipsy Broad History Podcast, and it will be on IGTV. Right? Okay. Yay, I did it right. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so what is the drink today, Hannah?
So this week is for you, Evelyn. It's for you, girl.
Because I like my whiskey.
She's the only real drinker.
I'm really scared right now.
What is happening?
Yeah, so what is okay, the reason behind this. So during the Civil War, which is the period I'm going to be talking about.
Okay.
That's the period I'm going to be talking about. But
if you don't know.
In case you didn't know.
But anyway, the soldiers during that time, like during the Civil War, their go-to drinks were whiskey and coffee.
Oh, cool.
So
that's really cool.
Yeah, this is not my recipe. I don't like whiskey. That's not my thing. And so it's really difficult to create your own recipe when you don't like that shit. So I got, what is this? Slow and Low. It's a rye whiskey.
Yes.
I am going to make an old-fashioned. It's going to be a coffee old-fashioned for you.
Cool.
Okay?
I hope you like it. Yeah.
I'm not sure. We'll see. I tried it a little bit earlier, and for not liking whiskey, it wasn't bad because there's so much coffee in it. So this I made for you can hear it.
Frozen coffee?
It's frozen coffee.
Oh, that's so cool!
I made like very concentrated coffee, and then they sell these at Target. It's like round spheres.
Yeah.
Freeze it, and then it makes ice cubes.
Yay.
This is adorable.
It's so precious.
So cute. They're round and just perfect. And so this Slow and Low, which is Christian's favorite, by the way, it's a rye whiskey. The reason why I kind of use it was because it's a Union whiskey.
Okay.
So Union, Confederate, whatever, blah blah blah. And it's really hard to find a old fashioned that's made with rye because it has like that orange like kind of a flavor to it. So I forgot. Fuck. Okay. So I'm gonna use rye anyway. I found one recipe with it, but this is a half teaspoon of brown sugar melted in water.
Okay.
So that's going in right over the ice cubes, the coffee ice cubes.
This is real intense, guys.
We're going to. I didn't like shake it or anything. It's just I set it aside earlier. It's 1.5 ounces of Slow and Low whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get that out of the way. We're going to put a couple drops of Woodford Reserve aromatic bitters. It's just a couple drops. We don't want it to be too.
We getting fancy up. Oh,
by Hannah's
yeah. We getting
So
fancy
now is
up
the
in
point where
here.
we're supposed to mix it with a stir. I don't have that shit, so we're going to use a chopstick.
This girl made a chopstick! Oh my goodness. Heck yeah. You want to know on a scale of 1 to Asian, how Asian you are? Right here. Right here. Using a chopstick.
Okay, and then hold on. Okay, and then because it has kind of like that orange flavoring already in the rye, we're going to express a little bit of a orange twist on that shit. Go around the edges.
And she put it on the rim!
Fancy!
Wink, wink.
Yeah, make a little...
Sherilyn!
I'm so done with
No
you.
one said this was a kid's show.
And you drop it in. So let's see if you actually like the sugar.
Oh my goodness. I
That
am
looks
so
so awesome.
excited. I'm going to take a picture of this because this is
know.
legit.
I have to record you drinking the first fancy drink created on TBH.
Okay.
I didn't create that. You can find this recipe on food52.com. And it was created by...
It's good. It's strong, but it's good. Yeah.
Does it taste like coffee?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, because the one I had was like, it melted down.
Mhm.
So it was like coffee. But...
I love that I can smell the orange in there. All right.
So,
This is good.
that is your drink of the day. That's the drink
Woohoo!
of this episode, y'all.
What was it called again?
It's called a coffee old fashioned. You can find the recipe on food52.com. It was created by Rebecca Ferkser.
Thanks,
Or-
Rebecca, for sure.
Thank you, Rebecca, for last name, for sure.
sure.
Or check out
or
Hannah
IGTV.
recreating it on IGTV at our
On
podcast,
our
Tipsy
Instagram.
Broad History Podcast.
Tips and broad.
Broads.
It's not our thing.
All right, Hannah.
All right.
How did you come across this person?
Yeah. Ha-na-na-na-na.
Sorry? I don't know what.
It's okay. You're
What is
it's fine.
happening
No,
today?
no, it's okay. It's
We're
fine.
here. Like
Yeah.
I said, Mom and
Like
Dad are the
that.
ones listening to this. Actually, I hope Mom and Dad aren't listening to it.
I don't know.
I know. I just use a lot of cuss words, and I'm like, Mom, please don't listen.
Does she know you have a podcast?
Yes. So does my
Lord.
sister.
Ooh.
I know. Sarah, my
Yeah, my
sister.
parents
Oh my
do
gosh.
not know.
Side story. But I told my sister I was doing a podcast, and she's like, "You like history?" And I was like, "Thanks, sister."
Appreciate it.
Oh my gosh.
So much love.
Yeah, how did I come across Cathay? I
Yeah.
think it was during it was like a meme actually, which is
Oh.
really it was kind of I don't know.
Like a picture
I
on
don't-
Facebook.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know how I feel about that, but that's how I came across it.
Mhm.
It was happening during the whole like BLM when it was like really when we were all doing the
The protest.
protests and things like that. So that's when I came across her and I was like, oh my goodness, she is amazing.
I love that you found this, and we're talking about this now because currently in history there are a lot of Black women that are getting into like the Air Force and getting up high
Yeah.
there in the ranking. So this is like
As they
perfect with
should
them.
be,
Yeah,
yes.
of course.
Yes. So, Cathay Williams.
Yeah, tell us about her.
Okay. So her name is Private Cathay Williams, actually.
Ooh.
So Cathay Williams was born September 1842, which was like 20 years before the Civil War actually happened. She was born in Independence, Missouri, which is kind of ironic because she was born to an enslaved mother and a free father, and she ended up being a house slave. So I don't know how that worked, like if her father was also her master, or it was weird.
That is weird.
Know.
That is really weird. I wonder how that works. If you know, please write to us at our Gmail because that's really cool to know.
Add us with positive things, not negative things.
Okay,
thanks.
True.
No, okay. But anyway, so she was born as a slave, and she worked on the outskirts of Jefferson City. And then in 1861, which was when the Civil War started, Union forces were occupying Jefferson City. So it was about 2 hours away from Independence. I'm not sure if she was still living there at the time, but she ended up, at 17, she volunteered as an army cook and washerwoman, because what else is a woman possibly good for other than
being a cook
cooking
and,
right,
and
right.
doing laundry and housing. Oh my gosh.
How rude.
So, but as a result of being the cook and the washerwoman, she was able to accompany the infantry all around the U.S.
Yeah.
And it's kind of disputed whether she actually volunteered or if she, like, was forced to.
Right.
Because at the time, I guess, Union considered, like, black slaves that were born in the Union contraband. What? Which is so fucked up on so many levels, because, like, contraband, that's not even a person. That's like
it's like an object.
And I could go on about that.
But you have to think, like, of course, not only was she black, but she was a black female, and the thing is you think about how that can relate to today. Women are still seen as objects, you know, when in TV and in music and all that.
Literally it's anywhere.
How they're represented is this object rather than a person.
They literally, according to Merriam-Webster's historic definition of contraband, is literally a slave who during American Civil War escaped to or was brought within the Union lines. So, like, they're just, like, labeled as an object. That's, the official definition of what contraband was back then. I don't like that at all. But
so much that hasn't changed. It makes me so angry.
I know. It's...
We have come so far, but how far have we really come, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, and it's something continually we have to work on, but...
It will get better.
Hopefully.
We will persevere!
Okay, so 7 years later, when she was 24, she actually enlisted into the U.S. regular army under the false name William Cathay. So she just, like, flipped her name around and was like, I'm a man now.
Right.
Oh, she's like, I'm a man now.
I mean, she wasn't, but...
I mean, like, I kind of get it. If she really wanted to be in there, like, I'm pretty sure women were allowed in. No,
it was prohibited during the time. And it's kind of like what you were talking about last week. Like, she, what was her name? Clara Schumann. Yeah. She had to use her husband's name sometimes to write music. So, that happened here. So, she ended up being assigned to the 38th U.S. Infantry Regiment after passing a medical exam.
How does that work?
All right, let's talk about this real quick.
So she went to see
when you think about a medical exam,
especially a physical,
we gotta, these days, don't they make the guy turn his head and cough while the doctor, like, grabs the phone?
I mean, that's what they say. I wouldn't know.
Or bend over and they have to tickle. I don't know, like, how does that work?
You just went.
Regardless, I go there all the time.
0 to 100.
But how, like, even her breasts, like, was she flat chested? Like, how do you not?
I don't know. And
did they just see so many people? They just made them turn around and like, all right, you're good, bye.
Yeah. Maybe like they were so like they didn't have enough people, so they didn't care, and they were just like passing them through. I don't know.
I wonder if there was like a doctor that like took women and was like, I know that you are equal, so you'll be good to go.
I don't know. That's a stretch.
That is a stretch. But I'm sure, I want to think that there was someone out there.
Yeah, but I guess the army at the time didn't require thorough medical examinations, which clearly they didn't require that. But like,
right.
to have any type of medical examination, you'd think they'd find out she was a fucking woman. But
I wonder what her thought process going through that. Was she like, oh shit, don't fondle that.
I know.
Well, that's terrible. I don't mean that in a way of like.
No, but like, that's what I'd be
still,
thinking is like the moment you find out, like it's gonna be obvious.
I know, like, don't you? I don't know.
Certain parts, but like clearly they didn't check
well enough.
much.
Or care.
Right.
Or care.
How was
Or,
your
yeah,
prostate, sir? My what?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's great.
It was
Yes.
fine. Yeah, we're good.
It's fine. It's good. It's up there. It's intact. It's great. Moving on. All right. Here we go.
Yes, moving on from prostates. So, okay, and then her cousin and her friend was also serving in the same regiment, and they knew that obviously they're family, so they knew she was, but they didn't snitch on her, so.
So were they guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just get stitches.
All right.
Listen, I am basically drinking just straight up vodka.
Cheers.
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 Goodness
Is it
gracious.
starting to taste like coffee?
Great balls of fire.
At all?
No.
Are you serious?
I'm here for it. We're good.
I'm here for it.
Okay, well, okay.
All right.
So,
Just kidding. Yes,
Yeah.
I just got a hint of coffee.
did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, was that
Aftertaste.
So she was serving in the 38th Regiment, and then after enlisting, it wasn't even that far into her joining, she ended up contracting smallpox, and she recovered, but it really took a toll on her body, and she was frequently hospitalized, so she was back and forth. And eventually, it took a fucking surgeon to figure out, even though like she went back and forth to a hospital, a surgeon figured out that she was a woman.
A surgeon?
It had to be a surgeon to figure out that she was a woman.
Wait a second. I'm confused. Was she just like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I have so many questions.
I do too.
So many questions. I don't even know where to start.
Did the surgeon
First of all,
say something?
where did these people get their freaking medical licenses? Like, can we talk about
I don't think
this?
they had licenses.
Did they, like, when they went to med school, was it like
I don't know. Maybe they took a course or something.
a
honestly.
6-week med? Become a doctor in 6 weeks. Here we go. Yes.
I don't know.
Please do not treat me.
Oh my lord. But anyway, obviously, because they figured out she was a woman, she was honorably discharged. So, which is, I'm kind of
least it
happy
was
for that.
honorably.
It was, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
It's
how
like,
long did she go to war? Like, did she actually fight?
I
Do you know?
don't know if she actually really served during the Civil War. She served mostly in the Indian War, is what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But it's kind of like iffy there.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
Right.
If anybody knows, again, write us at tipsybroadhistorypodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay. Throw that in there. So at this point, you'd be like, she has smallpox. She's like having to go to the doctor constantly. She discharged. Like military career should be over, right?
Right.
No.
You would think.
Oh.
She's like buffalo. So
Oh my gosh.
Triggered.
Trigger word.
Oh gosh.
Oh, if you don't know what we're referring to.
Just look it up.
it
Or
up.
listen to last week's episode. Either one.
Or ask a friend what a buffalo
Yeah.
is.
Yes. So she was like buffalo.
Left hand drink.
Once a buffalo,
Safe space.
always a.
Safe space.
But anyway, so she actually ended up not being a part of the Buffalo quite off the bat. It was an all-black regiment.
Mm-hmm.
Then they eventually became part of the Buffalo Soldiers. So who
Oh.
are the Buffalo Soldiers?
Right, that was my next
Yeah,
question.
Who
Yeah.
are they? They were African-American soldiers who were created after Congress passed the Army Organization Act, and were mainly used to, quote, control the Native Americans of the plains.
Unquote.
It's like fucked up on top of fucked up on top of fucked up. Right? They're using people that they oppress to oppress people that they've already oppressed.
Oh my gosh. That's why she's laughing. She's not laughing at the situation. It's just
it's just like
fucked up on top of.
Like
I
she
like
said.
that. Can we get that on a shirt? Fucked up on top of fucked up on top of fucked up. Trademark. Don't you bitches steal it. Okay. All right. Here we go.
So yeah, they were used to control the natives or whatever.
But isn't that okay? So. I don't know. Like, I just feel like, you would think so much in history would change. I mean, this is the freaking 1800s, but, like,
At some
To this
Where
day,
are we now?
Americans, like,
Still fucked up on top of fucked up, oppressed people having to oppress
Other
oppressed
people.
people, and it's like, will we ever be united? Okay, not to. All right, let's stop. I'm not
I
getting
feel like we
political.
keep
Here we
going
go.
down that road just because it's like, it fires me up so much.
Yeah.
It fires
Yeah.
all of us up so much. And
Right.
Okay, so let's get back on track. So
Yeah,
basically,
sorry.
buffaloes were basically cowboys, and so they would capture castles. They would capture castles.
We captured
Where
castles.
are we, in Europe?
Oh my gosh!
A cowboy
Butterflies
captures
in
a
the sky. I can trust us high. I don't know why that triggered me. Reading Rainbow. Anybody? Just take a look. It's in. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Okay, let's
Listen.
move on.
This is like. if-
Nail polish.
I'm not even. The nail polish remover is kicking in.
It's kicking in.
It is kicking.
I'm hot.
All right. Yeah, you
Is
are.
that Asian glow?
Oh, she She's working. Okay, what's happening? Where are we?
so-
Buffaloes, castles.
Castles.
Okay.
No.
No castles.
No castles.
We're not in Europe.
Castles is not a thing. Okay.
They used They were cowboys that were used
The
to...
buffaloes were cowboys.
Yes, buffaloes were cowboys,
So
basically.
Uh-huh.
They were used to capture cattle rustlers.
Mm.
Or
You just
cattle
combine the
thieves.
words.
They're
Okay.
called cattle rustlers, but basically they would steal...
Steal cows? Why?
That's a thing, apparently.
I would steal a cow, but then I would just hug it the entire time.
Have you seen how big a cow is?
They are cute, but they're cute.
They're
Listen,
so
Maybe a
cute.
baby cow. A calf I can get behind, but a cow?
but I mean, the calf is gonna grow up.
Yeah, I like
So-
cows.
then you're just
I like cows.
But listen,
They're all-
have you watched the videos? Like, they're so sweet.
Have you seen a blow job?
A what?
Let's backtrack.
Excuse me,
Say it one more
what?
time. Have I seen a
What have I
I
seen?
don't know what's happening.
A bloated cat?
Have you seen
a
blow dried?
blowjer?
A blow dried? A blow dried? Dried?
Oh, like a cow that's been blow dried?
Yeah!
They're so fluffy!
It's so fluffy!
You guys, I didn't know where this was going.
I didn't either. It took
I
me a
didn't
minute.
know what was happening.
Oh, they are.
Dried cow.
Have you
They're
seen the
so
curly hair
fluffy.
cows?
The what?
Curly hair
Oh,
cows?
yes.
It's kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about
It is
that.
weird, but it's
Like,
also
it's fluffy cows.
I know, but then I feel bad because I'm like, your sister or brother, aunt or uncle probably was my lunch, and I'm so sorry. But you're still adorable
Oh my God.
nonetheless. I mean, okay,
Don't
all
die,
right.
Evelyn.
Don't
Oh my
please.
gosh. I'm not trying to. That
Alright,
was
but-
just hilarious.
Alright, so they stole cows.
And what did they do with these cows?
What
once
did they
stole
do?
I don't
them?
know.
Did they hug them?
Does it not?
Apparently a lot of people...
Did they eat them? Like.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
No, weren't they considered like money back in the day?
They're
Oh, I think so.
I don't know.
But
But
if they stole them and they made little hugging farms?
so dumb.
Please.
So now I kind of want to go.
I know! Listen, trademark! Don't you steal it!
What are we
Hugging-
trademarking?
Hugging
Hugging cows. Hugging cow farms.
Oh gosh, I was about to say hugging cave marks. What is? Where am I?
The vodka's kicking
Where am I? All right. So they stole cows.
No,
Let's
they
go
were
back.
protecting the cows from being stolen.
Oh.
Is what the
Oh.
buffaloes were doing.
Okay.
Okay, so
Here we
they
are.
were protecting. Oh, okay, so let's say that Sherilyn had a bunch of cows, and I wanted to steal them, and you were in this
Bitch, why
buffalo.
If I was a buffalo, I'd go and kill you.
Oh,
Damn right. Stealing my damn cows.
Speaking of which, I see you're drinking it in your left hand.
I am. I'm triggered. I just can't. It's a safe space.
I can't even.
Have
I was
to.
gonna say I can't even do that. So
You need to
be
become a
good.
buffalo.
Mm-mm.
This
No.
will happen.
No, I'm good.
All right,
Be
that's
good.
fine.
Again, if you want to know what a
It'll
buffalo
happen.
is, go find a friend that's a buffalo.
They're trying to make me become a buffalo.
I have an official buffalo card. Like
It's
I am a
true.
part.
It's
of
like a
it.
legit thing.
It is.
Go look
Look
it
it
up.
Yeah.
It's an official club. It's like a cult.
All right, we keep going.
Moving
back to
on.
this.
Okay,
Moving.
moving
Well,
on.
we will get past the cows.
And the castles.
Yeah, and the castles, the cow castles.
Oh,
castles.
Stop.
Wait, hold on. Are they castles made of cows, or are they castles with a shit ton of cows? It's like a hugging farm in a castle. Oh my gosh! Take me.
Where is it?
Where is this?
Christian, just edit all this.
No. Okay. All right.
Anyway, so she continued to have health issues during this time.
Makes
and
sense, yeah.
it never really stopped, even while she was a buffalo. So eventually, I guess, unfortunately for her, once a buffalo, always a buffalo didn't apply.
Oh.
Kind of like Sherilyn.
I see what you did there.
So let's get into her personal life.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
Let's get to the happy part.
The happy part.
She got married.
Yay!
Not.
Oh.
Oh, why did we do that? Like, everybody does not have to be
I
married
know.
to be happy.
My bad.
No,
Listen,
okay.
if you single and independent, you do you, man. All right.
No,
We've just
okay.
been conditioned. I'm sorry, females.
No. That's not what I'm saying. She did get married, but it's not a happy part of her life.
Oh.
So what happened was her fucking husband.
Damn.
Her fucking husband stole her money.
What?
And her horses.
Oh.
And her horses! Oh man, I drove
She
a
was
line
like,
there.
yeah, but this is Cathay we're talking about.
Okay,
So
Yeah,
she was
that's
like,
true. She's
I'm
like,
gonna
oh,
get your ass arrested.
get
And she
it.
did.
Get it, girl. You better believe you my
So she
damn
got-
horses
and my money.
and my cows.
So
Cows
she
aren't
got
involved in this, but
cows and horses and her money back.
hell yeah.
I hope. I'm not sure.
Damn right.
So she was at age, she wasn't even 34 at that point.
Oh my goodness, so young.
Yeah, and so at that time, a reporter from the St. Louis Daily Times interviewed her. So she got a little bit of notoriety at the
Mhm.
time, but
Mhm.
not really.
Right.
Into her late 40s, early 50s, she ended up applying for disability from the military. And even though there was like previous record of granting women
Mhm.
disability, because even though technically they weren't allowed to join the military, people did anyway.
Right.
So there was like previous record of that. They denied her.
What?
Yeah, they ended up denying her. I guess over 400 women actually served in the Civil War. So they all
Dang.
posed as women or as men.
Wait, so there's obviously some
There's,
kind of
like-
doctor that's just like, I don't care.
I don't know.
Oh,
what was
girl.
going on.
I don't
Okay.
You want to go die? It's fine.
Golly.
So here comes the
400
doctors
women.
again.
These doctors, that's 6-week medical course, man. Not recommended.
She is examined by a doctor a few years later. They discovered that she's suffering from neuralgia, diabetes, having to
Oh my
amputate
gosh.
all of her toes.
Oh.
So she had to
Yeah.
walk around in a crutch.
Understandable.
Rheumatism, and she eventually went deaf. But despite all of these like physical things that she was going through, the doctor was like, "No, you don't qualify for disability."
And she was denied everything. Oh
So-
my gosh.
So I think she ended up like towards the end of her life, it was a little bit more difficult than.
Right.
I mean, her entire life was difficult,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Like, she didn't catch a break at all. We're assuming sometime between 1892 and 1900 that
Mhm.
she passed away, because for the census records, there's just no mention of her during that period. And I
Right.
guess they kept,
Just
like,
kinda-
really
Yeah.
good records back in the day. So, yeah, that's her life. But even though she probably died of, like, health issues that she suffered throughout her life, and even though she, like, really from the start of her career till like her death, she was not healthy.
Right.
Despite all that, she chose to do like a hardcore job. Like,
Right. She
That's awesome.
persevered.
badass
Yeah.
woman. Like, she persevered. She didn't care if she wasn't feeling well. Like, she just was such a strong person.
Right.
And as far as we know, Cathay was the only black woman to enlist in the military during that
Crazy.
time.
Right.
That's awesome. Good
So-
for her.
Yeah, I know.
To see past color and just be like, I'm doing this shit. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, she was so strong. She was the only woman to serve in the military during the Indian Wars. Only known female buffalo. Sherilyn would know.
I'm a terrible buffalo.
So, and it wasn't until 2016 that she finally got her own like rose garden at Richard Allen Cultural Center in Leavenworth, Kansas.
Yeah.
2018, she was honored with a private Cathay Williams monument bench
Oh,
at
good.
National Infantry Museum. But like,
Why
It
does it
took
take
a
that
long
long?
time.
Why does
Yeah.
it take for that to happen? I mean, I know like history has to be uncovered, but still, it's like
that's
it
They
should
need
have
have.
all
someone
these
new.
like
Yeah.
white men
Oh, of course.
that have
Yeah.
all these monuments
Yeah.
for a long time, and
That shouldn't.
it took
That shouldn't
forever
have
for-
monuments.
yeah,
At
really
all.
shouldn't, yeah.
But you know. It's,
But at least she has something
She
now.
does.
Yeah.
You know, and her
So-
story's being told, and that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks that it took
It,
so
it
long.
took so long, but we're like, I feel like that is good though, that
Yeah.
we are changing as a society, and we are
Mhm.
starting to recognize these people, these obscure women, well, not just women, but, you know, for
Yeah.
our podcast's sake, women.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So why did Cathay join the military?
Yeah, that was what I was
Why
about
did
to
she do
ask
it?
that. Yeah.
Like, first off, so let's.
That's not why.
Like, why?
Why?
We're doing the why dance. I don't know.
Why
Can
dance?
someone gift this if you actually watch the YouTube?
Hey, that's the why.
That's the Y. It is actually a Y though, or is this a W? This is technically
That's a
because
W.
you know, but if it's a, I gotta. So then I'll turn into. Or is this just?
That's like the YMCA
No,
Y.
no. Listen,
Yeah, true.
this is a lowercase W. This is a uppercase W. Stop, because it's like do.
Oh.
So technically, it's not a Y.
It's a
In order to
W.
be a Y, it needs to. Be
Oh my god. Okay, Christian, please edit that
This is so embarrassing.
I'm here for you. Every whatever day we post this. Okay.
So, logistically, it was just not having a lot of opportunities for Black women back in the day.
Yeah.
So that was like one of her possible like routes that she could go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, did she have a lot of more opportunities because she was half free, or did that? How does that?
I don't think that affected it at all. That's the thing. I think she just was considered, even though her dad was free, like she was just considered a slave. Like
She was still
they
a slave,
didn't even
yeah.
recognize that really.
Then how did she become? How was she?
Well, she was in the
military?
union. She
Oh
was
yeah,
in the
okay, yeah,
union,
you
so,
said that.
like,
You said that, yeah.
She was contraband. She's
Yeah,
free,
that's right, you said that.
technically-ish.
Ugh,
I don't
but
know.
not. Okay.
But let's end on a high note. A quote from Cathay herself.
Ooh.
So, quote, I wanted to make my own living and not be dependent on relations or friends. So,
Yes,
that
girl.
was, end quote. So that was not. She just wanted to be her own person, and she was willing to work through it, even though she had health issues. She was just her own person, and
That's awesome.
I think that's the whole like definition of what a badass bitch is.
Yes,
So,
yes. Just to
Welcome, Cathay Williams.
Yes,
to
welcome
our
Cathay Williams to.
badass bitches wall.
Yeah, I like that.
a badass bitch.
And I feel like if she were born today, like she would be such a pioneer and just like the face of what's the word? What am I trying to think here? Just like women's rights.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
liberation, and not only women's rights, but women of color. And she would just be there fighting every single way and not letting anybody, and there are plenty of women out there that do that now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because they have her courage and her mindset. And
Well, if you think
that's
about it,
great.
she really was a pioneer for that time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though she was like an obscure person, like
right.
those few obscure people are the ones that are like making those
Yes.
ripples in the water that are making waves now. So.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
girls. And I
Yes,
hope you
girls.
guys become inspired by her.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
I'm
for sure.
inspired.
I hope you guys just go and like kind of do your own research, because I've tried to do all the research, but like I feel like I might be missing certain
Of course,
parts. And
yeah.
And
things,
it's so
like-
hard. We're not historians.
Yeah, we're
No.
not historians.
We do this
didn't.
for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting, and just go look it up and kind of read her story. It's awesome. I love it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you,
Yes,
That was
that's
Cathay Williams. I love that, and I love that these all have
They're similar
uplifting,
stories,
yeah.
but they're completely different.
Yeah.
You know?
They're all just badass bitches.
Yes.
man.
Yeah, badass bitches.
Yes. Dude, I just can't get past the fact that she was just like, I'm gonna join the military.
I'm gonna do what I want, but I also hate though, like she couldn't because, like it just wasn't recognized, like because she
Yeah.
joined it illegally, and I put quotes around that, but they're like, nah, you joined it, it wasn't legal, we're not gonna give you any benefits.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
the
just
thing
kinda
is,
like,
they for any other woman, they did give those disability
right.
even though they are technically not allowed either.
So what was why?
I think it was probably like a race thing.
Yeah.
That's what it comes
yeah,
down.
that's
She's a
what it
slave.
comes down to, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is dumb. But what did she do to become a private? Or is that like what the first rank is?
I'm not.
I don't know. I don't
Good
know military
question.
terms, so
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But we'll figure that out with
Yeah.
your own research.
All right, TBHers. Well, thank you for joining us this week. That was Cathay Williams, presented by Ha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Again, if you want to know what the heck Evelyn drank today, apparently it was delicious.
It's amazing.
Check out our podcast, Tipsy Broad History Podcast check out our podcast. Oh my God.
Check out our Instagram.
Check out our Instagram, you guys. There's a lot of vodka. Check out our Instagram, Tipsy Broad History Podcast, and then go on over to the IGTV stories, and she will have a to-do there. Other than that, anything else, you guys?
Thank you for
Tap this
joining
off.
us.
Thank you for joining us. We're
thank
going to
you.
cheers on out of here.
Cheers.
See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
We're so annoying.